Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on the Thursday edition here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go across to the other side of the country and, of course, go into South Fremantle in particular. And, of course, tonight is, of course, their night of nights. Of course, after a very successful season, of course, they absolutely demolished last year's champions Peel Thunder by a whopping 7 goals. And, of course, it all happened in the second half. And, of course, we got 5 very special guest joins right now from that South Fremantle Bulldogs Rogers Cup Championship team. Thanks, all you, for joining us.
Hi. Thanks for having
us. Our pleasure.
Now I'll get each of you to introduce yourselves and obviously what position all you played on the day.
I'm Noah Ward, or Wardy, and I play ruck.
I'm Tate Lansky, and I play forward.
I'm Gabby, and I play in the back line.
I'm Tara Garlett, and I play back line.
And I'm Adrian, and I'm the coach.
Now, tell us a bit about the journey this year. I guess, firstly, did you thought you were going to get a season at all back in March when the whole country went into lockdown?
We always had hope we'd get a season, definitely. We didn't give up hope. It was very, very demoralising when it was announced. And, as a club, we just decided we had to keep everyone up and about and make sure that we really connected during that down period. And as each week went by, we just had hope that we'd get a competition up and running of some sort. And obviously we did, which was just great.
How much of this year was really beneficial in regards to, at least getting a season, even though it would be a short season, I guess to at least be playing throughout this 2020 season?
Yeah. Oh, look, I mean, at the end of the day, the girls want to play football and hang out with their mates, and that's what it's about. So the fact that it got up and running, and I guess with what happened in the world, and particularly Australia, just put smiles back on all their faces. And for us, it wasn't about what the results were going to be. It was just the fact that the girls were out there and able to train. And we were very lucky in WA and Perth that we went to the closures that we did and got back on the Oval quicker than probably any other state. So, at the end of the day, we just wrapped that we got out there to run around and have a kick and have a smile, basically.
The season was amazing, and I've been following your season throughout, and I thought your team was absolutely amazing throughout 2020. Was there a particular turning point in the season that you thought, we can do this, we can go all the way?
Probably when we beat the reigning premiers, Peel Thunder, during the season for the first time, already having not our strongest side on the park, and to do that was probably a point where we were like, right, we can actually do this. And then to do it again and then make the finals, I guess, with 15 debutants in round 1 was something special in itself. So I guess that was the driving force and motivation for the girls to go the full way.
The grand final. Now, I saw the grand final in full. It was a live stream game, of course, and I thought you just played absolutely superbly. Completely bamboozled Peel Thunder from the get-go, even though it was a very low-scoring first half, but the second half was probably the best footy I've seen this year by any competition and by any team this year that played in the grand final. I guess what was said, I'll have to ask firstly, what was said at halftime? And secondly, when did you feel the game was won?
I guess halftime wasn't actually too bad. It wasn't a spray or anything. It was more just we're in this. We have an opportunity to, I guess, make history for the club, and obviously win a premiership. We've lost so many finals before. It was just more or less go out and play the next 2 quarters, and just And it was probably halfway through the last quarter we knew the job was done, but we weren't going to stop. We kept going and we finished them off, really.
Was there any particular time in the game that you just, had a chance to relax and sort of not relax, but I guess to really enjoy the moment? Because I to be honest, I felt the game was won in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, the way that he's completely dominated. the first 5 minutes. When did you felt that you got the chance to sort of enjoy the moment?
I really didn't even worry about the score or the time. I just wanted to get to the last siren with the team.
Yeah, we all know that Kill Thunder don't stop. They're not a team that stops and gives up. So you always got to keep fighting until the last siren. So when the last siren's down, that's when we really had that relief and celebrated.
How was it like when the final siren went? Because by watching the team, I thought there was a real sense of relief. Was that how you saw that?
Yeah, look, definitely relief. A couple of people asked me during the week afterwards what was the first couple of thoughts that went to my head. Relief was one, and I guess another reward. So, culmination of 4 years of really hard work for a couple of these ladies that were there in 17, weren't you?
Yeah.
Tate and Tara. And, the other girls that have been there the last couple of years, Will, it was just, we've done it. And, we thoroughly deserved it. And like you said, the second half, just the way we finished off and that last quarter into the breeze, considering no team had kicked a goal at that end of the ground for 3 quarters, and we just went to town and didn't give up. So it was an amazing feeling, and just reward for a lot of hard work for the whole team and all the support staff.
Now, I have to ask, who got to hold the cup first?
I don't think you're looking at it.
Yeah, it was myself and Darcy as co-captains. We lifted the cup together and then got in a photo with the whole team.
Now, I have to ask, how good was to hold the cup first before everyone else swarmed onto it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was something, I guess, surreal for the whole group, though, just to, win the Premiership in the first place, and then to actually hold it is something special.
Now, of course, I can see the cups right there. I guess almost, 3-4 weeks now since that grand final. I have to ask, has the Premiership sunk in yet?
Yeah, it sunk in. We celebrated pretty hard that night. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, for the girls that were 18, they celebrated for a while that night. And for the others, we all came back to the club in the afternoon and celebrated. A lot of us were probably still on cloud 9 in the afternoon. So, yeah, we've sunk in now, but we definitely enjoyed our time.
I think it'll sink in even more so tonight, Will. Just tonight's about a reflection for the girls, and it's their night. And I think it might just sink in a bit more as well. So we're really looking forward to tonight.
Now, I can see you've got your medals also around your necks as well. Now, the question I'm going to ask all of you is, how long did you wear your medals around your necks for? And did any of you sleep with it?
I haven't taken it off, actually. It's just been on since then. Showered with it,
They've been on for quite a while.
Let's go.
Now, tell us a bit about this team and how special is this team? Because, as I mentioned, I just thought, this team was just superb throughout the whole year. I didn't really tell anyone, but I thought that this team was going to go all the way from about probably the first 5 games, and especially that game against Peel. I thought the way that he's demolished them on that day as well, I thought that was, where I thought, the Bulldogs could go all the way. I guess, how special was this team?
Well, a few of us girls have been playing for about 4 years under Adrian and a few other coaches. Making it to another grand final was really special, and not having most of the girls we've had over the seasons was we just owed them a bit this season. So yeah.
Yeah, the team, there was quite a few girls that ran through the team throughout the year. We had a squad of about 35. So everyone came in and on the day, and we probably fielded our strongest side of season. And each player that did come in played their role. We even had a late change in the warm-up, and the girl that came in, she played her role perfectly. And yeah, it was a team effort all season, and to get the job done was something pretty special for quite a few of us. And obviously, after the past couple of years and what's gone wrong, I guess, in finals previously, it was good to finally get the job done.
Now, players, be very careful how you answer my next question. Tell us a bit about your amazing Premiership coach, Adrian.
I don't know, he might cry.
Is that it from me? I might leave the room.
He's one of a kind. Yeah, really, really understanding coach that goes above and beyond for all the girls. He's like a father figure to a lot of us. Would usually check in once or twice a week, and just to make sure that we're all going well. Always asks about how the family is as well. And yeah, just honestly an amazing coach that goes above and beyond for all the girls.
Now, of course, I have to also ask, obviously we've just mentioned about the team and the coach there. Tell us about the other people that work behind the scenes throughout the year to make it really successful throughout 2020. And anyone can answer this question, by the way.
I'll go first. There's so many people that go and do a fair bit of work behind the scenes, and obviously don't really get the recognition that they deserve. From the medical team to the team managers, to anyone back at the club as well. The board and the directors for giving us the facilities that they do. Marty Atkins as well, for all the work he does behind the scenes. The team behind us is probably bigger than the actual team itself. And they do a fantastic job behind the scenes.
Yeah, and basically the Premiership was for everyone, Will. So the playing group, support staff, football club, and then when you think the men went and were able to win the league Premiership, you couldn't ask for more in a year, could you, for a club? So it's been awesome. Yeah, it's been magic.
Now, of course, this year being the 120th year for the club, I guess, and winning a Premiership for the club as well in its amazing anniversary year. I guess, what does that mean to all of you, and especially to win a Premiership at South Freo?
It's, again, something super special for the club. To firstly win the Premiership itself, and then to win it in a year of celebration is even better. Considering we weren't even going to have a season itself, to gathering in second pre-season and going all the way to win a Premiership is, again, something special. And then for the boys to back it up as well, to have 2 pieces of silverware in the 120th season is something really, really good for the club, and something that they'll pride themselves on going into next year.
When did you all got involved in footy, and why did you choose it?
We all look at each other.
Well, my family's pretty football orientated. Like my brother plays for South Fremantle, so I really got in through that. Yeah, it's the family connection. I grew up messing around with my brothers at the back and stuff like that. My dad. Yeah.
I've always been sporty through primary school and everything, but never actually gave footy a go. Always watched it and was very passionate about watching the sport. But in year 8, I played in the school carnival and just absolutely loved it. Got asked if I would join a junior club, and I never looked back from there. And I've been at South Fremantle for the last 5 years, and it's been an incredible journey, and I look forward to being around the club for another few years.
My story is a bit of a joke, actually, because I accidentally signed up to South Fremantle, and that was last year. And then I ended up loving the girls and the coach and just playing. So I came back this year, and the result was great.
My story actually started up north in Pilbara. I met this guy called Clint Deggers. Currently runs the Women's Academy now. He started coaching my sister and his wife played at the same time, and they saw me on the sidelines and they asked me to play. And that's when I fell in love with footy, and then came down to Perth and joined a local club in 2017, I think. 16. And then, yeah, from onwards, I've just been playing. Been out south for 4 years now. Yeah, I've been loving it here.
I guess my coaching career has been going for probably just over 20 years, Will. Predominantly with the male scene at all different levels, up to under 17s. And then a good mate of mine gave me an opportunity to join the State Academy 6 years ago and do some coaching there. And from there, I ended up at South Fremantle and been here 4 years. So, yeah, it's great. And hopefully won't be leaving in the near future. Yeah, and coaching girls is just so different to coaching males. But, you know, they just want to learn, they want to improve, and they're like sponges. They just take it all in and give it a go. So it's really, really satisfying from that regard.
Now, the players, I want to ask you this question as well, which is, if you had a preferred position where you love to convince your coaches to put you, where would that be?
Midfield. Ruckman. Yeah.
Considering Gabby's 4'2", we nearly tried that late in the game.
I'm pretty happy up forward. And if I had to go somewhere else, I'd probably look at playing on the wing.
Somewhere with not a lot of running.
Says a ruckman. Dear.
Now, of course, what does the sport of football mean to all five of you, and especially being there at South Fremantle?
I'll start us off. Footy is really good for a number of reasons. One, it usually takes you away from what's going on in the outside world, whatever's going on at home or at work, or it's a time to just relax and enjoy your time with your friends, I guess. You meet a lot of new people, and yeah, it's all round. I guess that there's numerous reasons why you play, and the love of the girls. I guess we have an awesome team here at South Freo, and yeah, it's a second family.
Yeah. Well, you really know that you're never going to be alone. You always have someone to talk to, and you have all the girls around you. It's like a family. Fitness as well. You keep fit during the whole year, and pre-season starts up in like December or whatever, and you know, you get fitness all year round.
Yeah, it's just one big family, really. I met my closest mates during footy and made heaps of relationships with everyone, so it's just good for that.
Yeah, it's like they've all said, it's a big family here at South. Yeah, it's just all fun all year.
Look, it's just getting out and being with your mates, you know, not taking it too seriously. And at the end of the day, win, lose or draw, as long as you're hanging out with your mates and you're keeping fit, what else do you want? Like, it just clears your head from, you know, family life and work life. So for me, it's like a hobby almost, and I love it.
Now, this question to the players, which is, do either of you have any future ambitions in the sport of football?
Well, I'd like to go up another level in footy. Possibly, I'd like to play league next year for South Fremantle. But mainly, what it started off with is, you know, what it will continue to be is probably mainly a hobby. I really enjoy the sport. I like playing it. You know, and just really like it as a hobby.
Again, what Ella said, probably the next step will be playing league footy for South Fremantle next season. And if successful with that, I'd love to be drafted. But again, just happy to play league footy at South Freo if it doesn't go any further.
Mine's to be a ruckman. No, I'm joking. No, mine's just to keep playing footy. Just keep it going.
Mine's just to keep on playing league next year, and then hopefully get drafted at the end of the year next year.
Now, what will be your advice to our listeners and viewers there in WA that should head down to the best club in the land down there at South Fremantle?
I would just say give it a go. We love any new players, all abilities. come down pre-season, give it a crack. If you enjoy it, then stay on. If you don't, you've given it a go, and yeah, just don't give up. Always give it a go. You never know unless you do.
Yeah, we have a great facility. We're a great club. We have a great relationship with our male teams as well. So yeah.
We're all fun to be around. Oh, great.
I love your home venue. I think it's Fremantle Oval, right near the bay there. Now, the question I always get asked, which I'm going to ask all you now, do you get that howling breeze called the Fremantle Doctor?
Do we get it? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Game changer.
Do you use that to your advantage over your opponents? You have no idea how to judge it?
We usually have a Sunday morning game, so it depends on the weather. I can't say it's been a disadvantage to us throughout the season. So yeah, we just do what we can, judge the weather on the day.
Yeah, well, we tie the windsock down, Will, so they can't read the wind. Bit like there on the bay in Melbourne at Williamstown when that wind howls in, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes, I definitely know that. Now, let's finish up with a couple light-hearted questions before I let you all go and enjoy the night, which is, who had the most embarrassing moment on the field this season, and what was it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, probably one of our teammates kicking the wrong way out of the centre.
Probably as well at grand final. Tate went for a goal. We picked it up. Just happened to land in one of our players' hands. Put it off as a pass.
Yeah. First goal of the last quarter, if I remember.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
It was too.
I'm going to claim it as a pass.
I'll be on your side on that one, Tate. I think it was a pass, but anyway. Now, of course, who's the comedian in the team?
Definitely Ebony. Provides us all with a number of laughs, either pre-game or at training. Always has something to say after the coach.
Bit ditzy.
Yeah, absolutely. She's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Warnie doesn't go too bad either, let me tell you.
Yeah, she
holds her own.
Try to keep everyone happy.
Now, I know this is social media thing called TikTok. So the question I'm going to ask all you is who's the best singer and dancer, firstly?
Ebony.
Yeah, probably Ebony again.
Ebony has a playlist of her own song that she likes to sing.
Yeah, that's our pre-game hype, is her actually singing to us. Yeah.
Good old Ebs.
Yeah.
Dancer?
This one, she makes TikToks.
Probably Wardy.
Follow her. What's her username?
I'm just a naturally good dancer. I can't help it.
Now, did you do a Premiership TikTok like everyone else in the country did?
No.
Later tonight.
Yeah, later.
Oh. Now, do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
Yes. I would say I'd probably be the most pedantic in the team when it comes to a pre-game ritual. Usually like to be the first there and 2 hours before the game. I always will warm up in the change rooms first, and then I'll go and have a kick and oval assessment before we start our team. I guess warm up in the change rooms. And yeah, sometimes I will put like my left sock before my right. Yeah, there's small things, and usually the same breakfast before the game as well.
I'll just, walk around with headphones in most of before it starts. But yeah, I'll sing a bit, but never mind.
And she won't listen to the coach, so just let it go.
Obviously, during the, when you were in lockdown, did you try anything new? And is there a hidden talent that you didn't think you had?
Juggling.
Oh.
No, not really.
No, I don't really do anything.
No, pretty boring, Will.
Describe the team as many words as you like.
Oh,
Loud.
amazing, inspirational,
Committed.
dedicated, passionate,
Talented.
Somewhat talented.
Happy, smiling, fit. Never.
dedicated.
Yeah, that's it. Dedicated. Awesome. Premiers.
Well, all five of you, thank you so much for giving up your time before your night of nights tonight, and obviously watching your team play. And please send this message to your team tonight. I just thought this team was the best team I've seen this year in 2020. You were fantastic to watch, and hopefully I'll get the chance to come over to WA once everything goes back to some normality, and hopefully get to watch your team in action and try to defend that Premiership Cup that you've got on the table.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thanks,
And
Thanks, Will.
if you come over, look us up, and we'll definitely give you a tour of our facilities.